even to ask me to be your spiritual father. So, I have to go the extra mile,
Amen.
with the prayers and, whatever you need, you just come and don't hesitate, asking us and everything. My wife and I, we both love you dearly, Yes, yes.
And Madam Wife?
Well, I am Pastor Pam, and I'm Danielle's spiritual mom.
All right.
And she inspires me in so many ways. Her strength and her ability to bounce back no matter what,
Right.
and her courage. And it's like, even though she may deal with these different illnesses, it doesn't overtake her. And I know other people who won't even leave their house in the same situations. But I look at her and I see how she still goes on, and it inspires me no matter what I may be going through. I know that I can make it because I look at Danielle.
Right.
She's an awesome, awesome, strong woman of God.
Amen.
And I love her.
And Andrew, Danielle's your mom, and we definitely asked you to be on the show today to give some inspiration to those that have parents and dealing with those situations. Danielle, if you can, Andrew, if you can tell our viewing audience your age.
Well, I actually 7 and my birthday in May, so
So that means you get ready to turn 8.
yeah,
And what school do you attend?
21st Century Charter School.
All right. And your mom, she deals with different, illnesses and diseases.
Like do stuff and help me, and she like boning me when I was like 5, and I just like those days. And it was my favorite day.
All right. And how was your experience, Andrew, with your mom, going through those different things that you have to see her go through in her everyday life? What effect do that give you emotionally?
It was kind of good, and I like it too. It was fun when my mom like helped me do my homework and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Mr. Roberts?
And basketball.
Marsha, I'm sorry, you didn't elaborate a little bit earlier in the interview. Your experience, I know she's definitely working hands-on with you. That experience, I know it definitely gives you the passion to continue on moving and doing the endeavors of FWO.
It does. Actually, when we first put FWO together, meeting her for the first time, and learning some of the things that she was going through, it was an inspiration to actually start FWO, to be able to reach out to a number of diversity of different people. But my biggest thing with her is knowing all the things that she goes through, from her sickest moments to her most cheerful moments, regardless to what her situation is. Her heart is always stressed out to anybody else that's in need. So no matter how sick she is, if you come before her and you're sick, she's gonna pray for you. She's gonna, want to make sure that you're in a better situation than she is.
Thank you, Marsha. Mr. Roberts.
Well, I just want to say that it's been a pleasure and a blessing knowing Sister Danielle. I met her maybe about 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago at a community event right here in Gary, over in the 25th Avenue area, and I didn't know I was going to meet her, but it was a blessing. I got to know a little bit about FWO. She told me that was an organization that she was working with, and she told me about her musical gifts, and right away I was like, well, with your organization as well as with your musical gifts, we definitely need to hook up and do some things together. So I got her number, and I intended to do something with her, briefly within, the near future, but it didn't happen that way. We all know how God works, and 1 year later, we actually got to get together because that was God's appointed time, and it worked out perfectly. I checked out her music, went over to her studio, checked out her music, and awesome. I was just blown away. I mean, very diverse. She's just a really gifted and talented individual. God has really anointed her in the music area. And so I told her that I was going to use some of her tracks for my youth program and in ministry, and it's really been a blessing with the youth program. You ought to see how the kids react when they hear the music, and it's really blessed the ministry as well. So I just thank God, and being with her in the hospital when she was just in there not too long ago, And seeing what she was going through, it really touched my heart. And the strength that God had in her, she is a fighter, definitely. Sister Danielle, I admire your strength. I admire your fight. And God is going to continue to bless you because he brought you through it. And I was remarking to her the other day how she's just glowing and shining and filled with so much joy. After going through all that she went through, she's still shining and glowing and loving the Lord. And so it's just been a blessing. And God bless you. And I know that he's not done with you yet. And he's really got, I see the purpose. And he has a lot more for you to do. Keep on, Sister Danielle. I love you.
Well, some of you guys will definitely be out with us today when we do the documentary on when I, I'm going to change places with Danielle for one whole day, and I'm going to let the world see through my eyes exactly what she is going through. I definitely and thank you guys for joining me in the living room today, and hopefully we have you all back in the near future. We'll be right back with more In Your House with Antoine Clemens.
Every day, thousands of people are diagnosed with macular degeneration, a disabling eye disease that leads to severe vision loss. As a scientist conducting research for the American Health Assistance Foundation, I want you to know that there is hope that a cure and new treatments for macular degeneration will soon be found, but only if we can continue our groundbreaking research. Learn about my research. Call 1-800-437-2423 or visit ahaf.org for free publications on eye disease.
As you see, we're not at our normal location. We're here in Danielle's house, as today we shoot Wheel of Power. Today, again, I give up my legs for one whole day to live the life of Danielle and Dunn. We're not getting the
Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Today is your opportunity. And you're gonna need that special kind of power.
Get a glimpse of my hands, how the wheelchair does with your hands.
Watch that. You got it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take us upstairs, second floor. I don't know how one does it. One whole day, no legs. You gotta get your arms to cover your legs when it's tiresome.
One of the first things that I'd like to say is I've known Danielle for at least 2 years, but I feel like it's been a lot longer than that. It's been a relationship that has blossomed from a patient to now community activist to family friend. And I just appreciate Danielle and all the things that she's doing in her life.
Hi, my name is Valerie Robinson Royal. I work at the Gary Community Health Center, formerly now known as Community Health Center, and I'm a provider today. She has not let her handicap dictate what she can do. Even